All right, what's up, guys? So, Cartoon She has, yeah, 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 because I'm thinking along the lines like it could be cartoon shape. I'm like, who would say it like that? I don't know, but overall, Cartoon She has uploaded a video titled "Pondering Over Just a Robot." I just see the description. It was like, did I forget to mention I really hate Just a Robot? And I think people would ask me that same question, like, "Oh, like, do you hate Just a Robot? Like, you got hatred in your heart towards him?" I really don't. Like, honestly, it's one of those things where I just think that he's misguided to like talking on Just a Robot. He's very misguided and he wants other people to be a part of his misguidance. And I'm like, fam, I just ain't got that type of time. Like I'm living life. Life is good. I ain't got time to be living a Just a Robot life. I just feel like that's not a life for me, like it did, yeah. It's all like it's a clear example of what he's going through right now. It's like, don't nobody want to live no Just a Robot life. Just a Robot life seems like that it will have you smoking 2.5 packs of cigarettes every single day. So that's why I'm like, I'm good, bruh. Like I'm chilling. But anyways, let's see what Cartoon She what they have to say about Just a Robot. Make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to him. But anyways.
Okay, so I'm technically still on break, so apologies for this video being on the short side, but I felt the need to make it given everyone's favorite clanker decided to throw a pretty large stray. A lot of people subscribe to me, don't keep up with commentary drama, and to be completely honest, neither do I. But some things are so big that they inevitably catch your attention. Recently, Ponder Sprocket...
It looked like one of those like but you know what, actually I think I know what kind of game that is, because I think it's the same people that be doing the Yakuza games, but I think it's like something dragon. Like I'll have to like see the name in order. Like I said, I'm not good with names, but no, that game looked good though.
Creator I used to be on good terms with up until a few weeks ago when all this stuff started to surface has come under fire for a lot of bad things involving a creator called Spocter. If you'd like some more information on that, then go watch Toastify's 2 videos on the subject. They will be linked in the description. And Just a Robot is someone who I don't think needs much of an introduction if any of you have watched my previous video on Misanthropony. But to give you the Cliff Notes version, Jar is a disgraced commentary creator who tragically fell from whatever grace he had left around a year ago after his attempted defense and sweep of Cinebear03, a literal child predator, and was justifiably mocked for the dubious nature of their relationship. And more importantly for this video, he has tried f***ing with several of my associates and close friends over the years, and this all culminated in VidCon 2023 and VidCon 2024, where he did the following things. Number 1, acted like an utter creep in the DMs of Mally Malware, making multiple...
Dang, I didn't know that Cartoon She was cool with them. I'm like, that's why. So I guess like, yeah, maybe if it was something along those lines, then, but I mean, even then, it's like he's more so has had his fans harass people that I know. But I don't know. I still ain't got no hatred in my heart towards him and stuff. I just ain't got that type of time. Not saying that anybody else, it's like whatever lifestyle that you're living where it's like, yeah, you are like, oh no, I got a reason to hate. I'm not trying to take that away from anybody, but yeah, it's like just speaking for myself. I ain't got that type of time, but anyways, but messing with them, making cracking jokes and all that stuff. Oh yeah, I'll bet that's the funnest.
Creating sexually aggressive statements and refusing to take no for an answer every time he suggested meeting up with her. Number 2, went out of his way to go looking for Mally at VidCon, where he then bumped into Ponder, shaked her hand like a creep, and then walked away. Number 3, at VidCon 2024, he went out of his way to go looking for Ponder and by extension our friend group, as he admits in his now deleted apology video for the Cinebear fiasco.
There's not one single shred of evidence that I was looking for them. Sure, I was keeping an eye out for Ponder. If I saw her, I was just gonna say, hey, did you see Akumu's new video on you?
And we managed to catch the moment he spotted us in the middle of the convention where he locked eyes with Harley, and the moments afterwards where we all booked it out of there while he was following us. While we did not record Jar himself approaching us, he's already self-reported multiple times that he did this. As much as he wants to deny it at the same time, he's not very smart.
Yeah, because it's like, why would somebody, my thing is this, out of all of the content creators that they could have said did that, why would they say it's you? Like my thing is this. It's like they either must really have some hatred in their heart towards you, or you actually did that. But I just don't think that somebody would make that up. I don't think somebody would just lie on you like that, So it's funny how like Just a Robot over the years, he always thinks people are lying on him, and it's like, no, we're just telling the truth, something that you don't do. Like you want to, I guess, like try to stretch out the truth and then add some like fill-ins, but I'm like, there ain't no fill-ins for the truth. Like, the thing is this, he'll say like some stuff like, or we'll say something along the lines like, men landed on the moon before, where he's all like, oh, well, technically they didn't because autism, dyslexia, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, the thing is this, you could provide video evidence, or you could provide, like, even just like a certain percentage of evidence. It still is not convincing to him. He still wants to argue and try to make it seem like that never happened. And it's like, fam, there's literally whole evidence that it happened. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you have to, well, no, it's like, I guess like with this situation where he was stalking them people at VidCon, it's like it would have had to have been a video of him and stuff, I guess, in order for him to admit. But yeah, it's like, as long as he doesn't see a video of himself chasing nobody, then he's all like, oh, well, then I could just tell a lie. I'm like, yeah, that's that autism kicking in, you know. He's not thinking straight. He's not realizing that he put somebody in multiple people in an uncomfortable situation. But
there are several first-hand accounts of this, and I also have proof he was at the convention anyway, because he had told one of our mutual friends he was at the convention after taking a selfie with Turkey Tom. This friend then sent me this picture and told me that Jar was there in the first place and that we should probably be on the lookout for him, which ended up coming in clutch. Some people have asked us why we were all so afraid of an IRL confrontation with Jar, but the simple fact is that none of us want to fucking deal with him on our vacation. Pretty much everyone in our group has had some sort of negative interaction with Jar in the past, especially Mally and Harley, given the previously mentioned messages sent towards Mally in 2023, as well as Jar's unhealthy obsession / mortal fear of Harley for some reason.
I need to make this video with my best buddy Daft to defeat the coalition of Creepshow Art, Hopeless Peaches, and Harley TBS, and then I like realize, wait a second, none of this makes sense, the timeline is all wrong, the alliances are all wrong, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, it was a dream.
Currently, the rumors state that Harley is planning to deplatform me.
Great, now Harley is coming into this. It's going to be a hard, long, uphill fight. I just finished my recording for all the parts I'm going to change about my video on you.
Oh, there I am again! Hi!
Many of us naturally do not want a real-life confrontation with someone as unhinged as Just a Robot, especially when he is literally looking for us at a public convention. And sure, Jar doesn't know
it's one of those things where if I ever find myself, if somebody contacting me talking about, oh, Just a Robot's looking for you, he knows that you're at this event, I'm like, all right, it's cool. You know, if I see a real life version of Lord Farquaad approaching me, my thing is this, I'm like, you just, I guess, like, more so let me know what he looked like, you know. I guess if he changed his appearance or whatever and stuff, like if there is a way of getting a picture. If not, then I just gotta be on the lookout for myself. But it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm not going to allow internet drama to ruin my vacation and stuff. So yeah, it's like, if I'm out on vacation, I'm here to see my friends chilling and all that stuff, but he wants to cause problems, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give you a reason to have it where you put that autism and all that stuff aside and realize that there are people in this world that just don't want to be bothered with you. Now, if I swing on you, it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, let's not let it get to that point, you know, because I try my hardest not to be violent, you know. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, cat's out the bag, you know. I ain't gonna hide it. I ain't gonna be like, oh, YouTube, all this. Yeah, so if it's somebody like Just a Robot, whatever fan of his, I don't care. I'm like, my thing is this, you approach me on some crazy behavior and I feel like that, okay, I'm gonna probably end up having to defend myself, I'm gonna defend myself. So yeah, it's like, you can, and it's one of those things where he probably would try to do some stuff like that to approach me and be trying to just say some old stupid stuff. I'm just gonna look at him and be all like, yeah, get out of here, shoot, go away. I'm like, go to the other, like, you know, section of this event where there's people that's like you and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, maybe then you guys might have something to relate to, or y'all could just sit around and argue amongst yourself. But yeah, it's like, they would have been scared. I've been standing my ground and been like, yeah, I'm like, he come over here and mess with us if he wants to, I'm swinging. So
I look like, and he obviously wasn't looking for me in this group of people, but I think my frustration towards how much of an unhinged freak he was towards many of my friends is still valid. Now, most of this stuff is public information already, so why am I bringing it up? Well, because last night Jar uploaded the video about Ponder Sprocket, after previously stating he was not going to be making drama content again because he's a feckless loser who cannot resist the scent of fresh blood in the water. Do not misinterpret Jar's video on Ponder as anything other than spite. I am not on good terms with Ponder anymore. I think the stuff that came to light about her and Spockter a few weeks ago is dreadful. But that's not why Jar's making a video, because you can clearly tell from the tone of the video that he's not taking the situation seriously at all and is constantly making spiteful remarks and jabs. He even takes another shot at the VidCon incident where he shaked Ponder's hand, and then for a brief 10 seconds or so decides to take a wild swing at me for some f***ing reason. I'm not gonna cover the entire video because there are people far more qualified to do that, like Beckett from Cope and C, for example. For this video, I'm going to respond to what Jar said about me, my friends, and the VidCon situation, because despite it being an incredibly short set of jabs, they're incredibly out of pocket and prove just how much he hasn't changed. Here's the clip.
Cartoonchi said he hated me because I violated the boundaries of his friends. By that he means I shook Ponder's hand. Also by friends he means people who cover up for rapists. With friends like these, who needs enemies, am I right? Oh, you raped someone? That's fine. What? You shook my hand? You violated my boundaries!
Now, if you're an expert on Jar lore, your brain is probably doing backflips, so let's digest all of that real quick. I made it public that I was in the group Jar was following at VidCon earlier this year in my Sanford Pony video, given Jar played a big part in resurrecting Ampro's career, and I thought it was worth mentioning given my inherent bias against him. In this video, I made it very clear that what Jar did at both VidCon 2023 and 2024 was insanely creepy and a massive violation of my friend's boundaries, and I doubt anyone would really argue otherwise. Looking around for people at a convention who do not like you or want to talk to you and then following them after they notice you is not normal behavior, especially when only a year prior you were being a f***ing
I think that's what and I can see him doing some stuff like that too, because it's just just the robot reminds me of a lot of people that I went to school with, where he'll try to get people, whether it's friends of his or fans of his channel and stuff, I guess whatever friends and fans he has left, and he'll try to like talk them into wasting their money to go to VidCon, so I guess they could get into some civil war with like other creators and stuff. And yeah, I can see him doing that. So it's one of those things where if I guess like to just anybody that has issues with just the robot, definitely travel in a pack. So because yeah, it's like it's either he's gonna be there by himself, and you know he ain't gonna be able to fight nobody by himself. But if not that, then yeah, if he does show up with a group, it's like at least still be matched out. But if anything's just a robot, he might be on some like old dumb stuff where he'll only bring like one other person and stuff. Who like it might be what his, I have to say probably if anything it'll be his girlfriend, his roommate, and I'm trying to think maybe a fan from YouTube. That's probably about it. So and it just based off of, I haven't heard his girlfriend talk, but his roommate and his fans, they don't come off as like people that you know that they're gonna just walk right into a physical altercation and stuff. No, they're one of those ones, they want to say something in hopes that the other person might get the swing in and doing all that stuff. But yeah, and that's why I'm like, don't even let him get to you like that. I guess like if there is another event where you see just a robot and he's like, oh, I'll just say some stuff to upset them and then they'll swing on me or do something. The thing is this, whether I don't know who that overall person will be, but it's definitely going to be a time where he does that and they're going to be like, fam, I don't care about getting arrested. I don't care about none of that. I'm going to swing on you and I'm going to try to hurt you and stuff. So yeah, I'm like, who knows? If it's me, might be Cartoon She, might be Bally Malware, might be somebody who knows who that person might be. But when that day does happen, I'm like, my thing is this, even if it is me, I still want video. I'm like, that's one of those things. I'm like, nah, somebody gonna have to, because I'm gonna have to make it into like an intro or something. So
deviant in one of said people's DMs. Now, Jar, despite already self-reporting in a previous video, has decided to simplify what he did down to just shaking Ponder's hand to try and make what I said about him violating my friend's boundaries seem insane. He knows what he did, he knows that everyone else knows what he did, and yet he still chooses to lie. I mean, shit, he straight up f***ing admits that he was following us at the end of the video when he's having his pathetic little Sephiroth moment and trying to psychoanalyze Ponder's actions.
Ponder, I know what you, Harley, and Oranges look like. And yes, I saw you hiding behind Oranges. Her and her friends screamed when they saw me, and they cornered themselves on an escalator. I could have easily caught them if I wanted to, but I had no interest, so I just walked away. Trust me, if I wanted to catch you guys, I would have. But what would be the point?
And then a couple of seconds later, he's walking it back.
I can't believe anyone fell for this lie from them.
And then a couple minutes later, it's saying that the VidCon shit was a rumor started by Ponder.
And then she made up a rumor that I was stalking people at VidCon, all because I shook her hand.
What the fuck is it, Jar? I don't know
Yeah.
where the he gets this sort of confidence from, frankly. Did you think that just because Ponder's blood was in the water, you could try shit like this? And of course, the most beautiful part of this is his next point.
Cartoon Cheese said he hated me because I violated the boundaries of his friends. Also, by friends, he means people who cover up for rapists.
It's like, but my thing is this. It's like, I don't know overall the extent of the whole Ponder. I just started hearing about this myself. But my thing is this. It's like, if you don't know, how are you supposed to know? Like, that's what I would like to know. You know, like, so Cartoon Chi, he doesn't know that Ponder is, you know, whatever their situation is. Like, if they don't, yeah, if he doesn't know, then it's like, how am I supposed to, I guess, come out with a pre-video. I'm like, oh, hey guys, just in case if Ponder does this one thing, I got a video ready for it and stuff, even though I don't know if she's doing that one thing or whatever. So it's like, fam, it's not like, I guess with your situation, you knew that Cinnabert was out there talking to minors in an inappropriate way, and you still did a defense video for her. So it's like, when you're comparing Cartoon Chi and his friendship with people, his friendship with people and stuff, and then your friendship, it's like, the thing is this. If it was a toss-up between who would I want in my friend group, Cartoon Chi. First time ever seeing one of their videos, but I'm like, I could tell that they're more of a normal person than you are, you know? So yeah, it's just, yeah, it's weird how he's like trying to call him out, and it's like, fam, here it is. You had evidence. You had people in your ear telling you not to do the video. You had like all these different signs. You still went through and did the video. So my question is what do you think is worse? A friend not knowing that their other friend might be on some weird behavior, or a friend knowing that they're on weird behavior and then they turn around and defend them? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So
what? Jar, are you f***ing relapsing? Because I don't know what drugs you're taking and I want some. This reads like he was so zoned in on making the situation about Ponder that he just forgot the other people who were in our group. Tell me, Jar, did Harley cover up for rapist? Did Mally cover up for rapist? Did Kelly cover up for rapist? Did Oranges cover up for rapist? Are there any other rapist cover-uppers I should know about? Now's probably a good time to mention that I was not close enough to Ponder to consider us friends. I was friends with most of the people there, and to me, she was just the girl that everyone knew. We talked a fair few times and were on friendly terms, but simply put, I did not know much about her or Sponkter for that matter. A lot of my associates are in drama commentary spheres, and I am not. These are two very different worlds to me. What Ponder did was really bad. Breathtaking stance. Her previous videos defending Sponkter, now that I've actually seen them via the Toastify video, are really f***ing bad. But I don't understand how it's fair to not only simplify the stuff you did at VidCon towards my friends, but to also act as if I was cognizant of information that no one fucking knew about, and information that I, at the very least, did not know about. Did you not grasp how crazy of a claim this is to make? Did Dreadlock write this part for you? I think if anything was going to prove to me that Jar was only making this video out of spite, then this would be it. Because for what f***ing reason would you even bring me up in the first place? Because I was on good terms with Ponder at the time? Why do you insist on bringing up the VidCon incident just because Ponder is now on the chopping block? Do you actually believe you can...
It's like, he's trying to justify it. He's all like, oh, well, that's why I was talking. It's like, okay, but did you know that at the time? Like, if you're trying to say that, oh, the reason why I was stalking you guys at VidCon was because of Ponder, Sprocket, their history and stuff. And my thing is this, it's like, okay, then I guess, like, so if you got issues with them, there's one thing to have issues with them. What about everybody else? You know, so I think that's overall what Cartoon Chi, what they're trying to say and stuff. But yeah, it's just a robot. Like I said, you know, his autism ain't, you know, it's, yeah, he needs to take his medication, because yeah, there's that time he'll say things, but it's like, that's the thing though. Any video, like, even when I sat down and watched the videos that he did about me, I'm like, bro, what is your thought process? Like, what are you talking about? But yeah, that's who he is. Like, if you've never sat down and watched a Just a Robot video, don't. But I guess, like, if you do want to get an idea of his thought process and all that, watch like the shortest video that you could possibly find of his, because that's the most that you need to see. It's like, you watch anything beyond like 5, like 10 minutes maybe, you know, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you kind of gotta like shake your head and stuff, like you're having moments, you're having like flashes and stuff, like Vietnam flashbacks and things. Like, yeah, you watch a Just a Robot video just for the fun of it. It's like, yeah, bro, I don't know which is worse, like a person that, you know, wears black Air Forces, even though I do own a couple of pair of black Air Forces, but that's not the point. That's not what we talking about. Or, but no, somebody they just sit around and watch Just a Robot videos. I'm like, if there's any form of content on the internet that is just flat out brain rot, yeah, it's Just a Robot's videos.
Out of this and get people to believe it was just made up the whole time? Need I remind you, none of us chose to make that situation public.
Oh,
we
yeah,
all kept silent
that's
about
true.
it. And Ponder brought up the incident in her VidCon video, keeping you completely anonymous, because frankly, dealing with you and your bullshit is exhausting. It was only
That's
after
facts.
the situation got leaked behind the scenes by a third party, thank you Kumo, that any of us felt it necessary to call you out. And then there's the obvious factor of everyone has moved on, Jar. Everyone except you. You keep dipping your balls into fire and trying to prove to everyone how everything you did, from Cinebear to VidCon, wasn't actually that bad, when the evidence is stacked firmly against you and when everyone has already made up their minds nearly a year ago. The only reason I'm making this video is because the jab you made against me and by extension my friends was just that laughably petty, and because if you haven't drilled it through your clearly outdated motherboard yet, you need to be told to cease this absolute nonsense. Your comments on this video and your overall attitude suggest to me that you're still spiraling. You cannot change what you have done, nor can you convince anyone that
So wait a minute, okay, where was this attitude with Cinebear? It's been a year, move on. You know what's funny? Is that like, so when me and him, when we were like going through our drama from 2016 to 2020, and yeah, for those that are new to my channel and you're all like, wait, it went on? Yes, I'm like, it went on from 26. Well, it did kind of linger a little bit. Like, it wasn't so, because I think the last video he made on me was in 2019, I believe. But the dislikes and the hate and all that stuff, that didn't stop until 2020. But his fans, they did linger on my channel a little bit. Like, there was one of his fans that were well, there was a few fans of his that will, like, from time to time jump in my YouTube comments. Then there was the one fan that was joining my Twitch streams. I've had like some fans here and there on Twitter and stuff. Well, no, yeah, there were some of his fans that were on Twitter, because I think, yeah, I talked on the racist Twitter stalker guy, been stalking me since I think it was like 2018. I probably still to this day is stalking me. He does. I know that there is one of his fans that does have an account. And that's why I'm like, you know, when they tell me that Just a Robot, like, I wasn't brought up like that, I guess, you know, with him and his fans. When I see his fans, like, constantly in my comment sections, joining my Twitch streams, they got whole Twitter accounts dedicated to just hating on me and stuff. And then I hear that they have like I don't know if it's active anymore, but yeah, they had like a Discord server, well, one of those like categories in the servers and stuff, where it was just about me. Yeah, you know, you hear stuff like that. It's like, yeah, his fans make it up lies just to bring me down and stuff. Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, you know, people can tell me that, like, oh, he doesn't care like that and all that. Come on now. It's like, it's one of those things where I'm like, well, all the different crap that I didn't have to be put through over the years, I refuse to believe that, oh, I wasn't like the main, and then on top of that, him admit that too, that he be holding on to like grudges and stuff from years ago. Yeah, nah, but it's just funny to me where it's like, he tells the person it's been a year, move on. I'm like, okay, well, where the energy that you just had in that comment, where was that energy with me? I'm like, you know, why, like, after a year, she didn't even lasted a year, but it's like, okay, after a year, that stuff should have ended, right? No, instead, he decides I'm gonna make more every time. When I have like a new rise on my channel, I'm gonna make another video on TMossBoss just to have more hatred get brought to his channel. So yeah, that's why I'm like, yeah, it's funny how he says that, but I'm like, nah, bruh. This Cinebear stuff and everything else that you've been called out for, and most likely there's stuff that we don't even know about where you're gonna get called out for that too, whether it's stuff that already happened or something that's gonna happen in the future. We ain't gonna just move on from it. I'm like, you never moved on from anybody that you talked about, so why should we move on from the stuff that we're talking about with you? So that's why I'm like, yeah, I my thing is this. I'm going to obviously, you know, make sure of it that I spend more time focusing on myself, but I am gonna a few moments in the day, yeah, I'm gonna make sure of it that I crack some sort of joke and just overall let people know about people like Just a Robot and stuff. So because yeah, to me, I'm like, nah, my thing is this: you're misusing your platform, you're misusing your channel. He may not care, but eventually it is gonna get to a point in time where it's like, you are going to have to give out the answers that people are looking for. Not the answers where it's like, oh, well, I think they'll like this answer. We don't. so come up with something else, you know. But anyways,
you've changed while you're still doing shit like this. Either take the hint one way and just keep making those little media reviews of yours, or take the hint the other way and bugger off. I think the principle behind you even thinking you could get away with such an insane claim like this is crazy. All because Ponder is now fair game to you, and because I made fun of you in a video 6 months ago? Get a fucking grip, you're like 30 years old. I get you can't hold a job because you keep making women uncomfortable in the workplace, but if you have to make that everyone else's problem by coming back to YouTube, then respectfully leave your personal grudges out of it. Your mind is like an ant in its nuance.
yeah, it's like that. Yeah, I know that is crazy. That's one thing that I would like to hear is like those that worked with him, what do they have to say about him? That's something where there's going to be a day, it's either going to be that or it's going to be his girlfriend, one of the two, maybe even his roommate. It's definitely going to be an exposing video where it's like, whoa, wow, like it just went to the next level and stuff. So yeah, I can't wait for that. I'm definitely gonna be reacting to that. But anyways, with that being said, yeah, make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to a Cartoon Sheet for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.